$70 million for a virtual piece of art.
And I'm also the one who came from South India and started with nothing.
For the first time ever, I want to tell you the story of Meta Kovan. This guy from South India did not grow up with money. In fact, for most of his life, he could not afford to buy a laptop. He could only afford to buy a flash drive where he kept all his files.
At the night, I used to borrow my friend's laptop when they're just going to sleep, and then I used to use my pen drive and learn how to code.
And on the internet, he saw opportunity. So he learned how to code and how to build websites. Simple websites that do simple tasks.
So I remember one of the websites I built on which anyone could hire a freelancer for $10. But, you know, that didn't go very well. It failed.
In total, he built 54 websites, and 51 of them were complete failures. Until one day, he stumbled upon Bitcoin. He immediately was drawn to the idea and realized that this Bitcoin technology could be big, really big.
It was a global idea, and it had people who were passionate about it from all over the world. That really made me feel this is going to be really big.
So he adopted Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, and blockchain, even when everybody said this was a fad.
Anything that's new is initially rejected, right? Like they say, they laugh at first. In the same way, Bitcoin was laughed off. But that's when I know that something might work. So when people laugh at something, my brain goes, maybe we should try it, right?
8 years ago, Meta Kovan believed in Bitcoin so much that he put every little saving he had into it and invested all his time in building Bitcoin companies.
So I invested all my time on Bitcoin and trying to build something on top of it, and thereby learning more about it.
Over the years, his bet took off, and he went from being a broke software engineer to a billionaire crypto holder. Don't expect the lifestyle of a billionaire, because in reality, nothing in his life has changed. He owns 0 cars, 0 houses, and 0 stocks. 99.9% of everything he owns is still in crypto.
And that's how much I believe in it.
This guy owns nothing in the real world, but he owns a lot in the virtual one, because he believes everything is going virtual. Money is virtual, land is virtual, and art is virtual. Apparently, his jacket is also crypto. How exactly is this crypto?
Actually, there are only 40 pieces of this in this world, and this they call it a Genesis edition, right? And this is attached to the blockchain. There's an address here, right? So if you go on the blockchain and type this address, you will see that that's an NFT, and you'll see that I own it through my address. And there's an RFID chip right here.
Oh my God!
To that, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And how much is this jacket?
I paid $600.
That's why last week he made headlines for buying digital art for $70 million from an artist in America.
69 million. I think it probably means digital art is here to stay. I'm going to Disney World.
It's the most expensive virtual purchase ever. What went through your mind when you clicked buy?
At the auction, my mind was, like I had nothing in my mind. I was, okay, I'm going for it, that's it. And actually the funny part is a lot of people think I was nervous and stuff. I was not.
Good evening, good evening. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know that it's so interesting, right? Let me go ahead and mute this. There you go. Oh my gosh, that's what I was wondering. I was trying to find the chat. Good evening, greetings and blessings, everybody. I am so super duper excited. Happy Friday, or happy Friday, as we say here inside the rich and royal palace. And we definitely have a rich and royal affair, because let me tell you, we already know that we are a global movement, right? And, you know, this is bigger now than bi-coastal. For those who don't know me, I'm Miss MOREN UK in the UK, you know, and I'm part of this amazing movement called Rich University, a movement that wants to impact nations for generations, you know, a movement that definitely started with an amazing woman of God in Atlanta, Georgia. But let me tell you, as you are going to see on this journey, and as you saw, you know, from this amazing crypto billionaire, right? That there are things happening all around the globe that are actually leveling the playing field. And India tonight, it's India's turn to be painted rich, right? India is definitely painting its country rich, and I can't wait to get into it. So let me really quickly just go ahead and make sure that I've got everything situated here on my side. Perfect. Okie dokie. Those of you who are co-hosting with me, when you come in, raise your hand so that I can go ahead and make sure that you will be able to have sound also. And you guys have still got time. Go ahead and reach back for someone. Like it's Friday, and they say, you know, sharing is caring. And you're about to see some information tonight that is going to totally blow your mind. And oh my gosh, I forgot my soundtrack. There we go. If anybody that knows me knows I like a vibe, you know, I had the greeting down packed. I did have the greeting down packed, and it's completely gone out my head. I just know it's Al-Kar at the end. So greetings, Al-Kar. And, you know, my amazing co-hosts are probably going to shoot me because I've probably completely messed up, you know, a whole entire like global language, right? So let's just get into the conversation. First of all, before we go any further, I'm very practical. Okay, I'm very practical, and I like to show you better than I can tell you. So first of all, I want to know who I'm speaking to on the line. Drop your cities in the chat, you know, drop where you're calling in from today in the chat. And I also want to know that every single person on here, do you have a smartphone? It's 2021. Of course you have a smartphone, right? In fact, some people have smart watches. They even have smart homes. Everything from their phone, they can operate their home, right? I'm going to give you one more app right now. Yes, another app. Weather checks on the app. If you want to go, I just ordered myself some food. I had to go on the app. Hey, I see you, Trillionaire Chicago in the building. Keep them cities coming in. I told you we was global. So let me go ahead and share screen. And I want you guys to just follow along with me, right? Just follow along.
I knew this was happening.
I'm so inspired. I don't know about you, but that was an amazing story, you know, to hear that somebody was able to completely level the playing field where he was from, you know, in South India, he was able to really make a difference, you know, for his entire legacy, you know, through some digital real estate, which we're going to get into. But first and foremost, I want you guys to download or pull up on your browser this weird contraption right here called Pocket Option. Somebody go ahead and drop www.Pocket Option in the chat. One of my rich and royal family members, go ahead and drop Pocket Option in the chat, and we're going to have some fun on this later on. If you guys are on a smartphone, if you are watching on the smartphone, or you want to get this on your smartphone, then you can go to your app store. If you want to, what do you call it, Android, you can go to your Google Play, right? And you're going to put in P for Papa, O for Oscar, one word, P-O, and then trades, P-O trades, okay? So while you guys are doing that, I definitely want to, you know, bring some stats to the forefront, and I'm also going to bring some amazing, beautiful, rich and royal beauty to the forefront. But first, I was kind of, you know, really taken back by, you know, the amazing women who thought more of themselves, you know, today, on this day, to really say, you know what? I'm going to be bold, you know, I'm going to have courage. And for those who don't know, rich actually stands for royalty, inspirational, courageous, and humble. And when I say that C in courage, you have to be bold when it comes to your financial future. You really have to be bold when it comes to your dreams. And sometimes we go through things, we go through certain traumas in life that kind of strip our confidence away from us, you know, and I think a lot of people may be able to relate to this. So, you know, I really want us to be, you know, transparent on this call today. You know, I really want to hear from, you know, some of you guys who might have a story to tell, because trust me, your story definitely is your glory. So I was having to look at some stats, you know, some stats that really made my heart kind of really weep, right? I was looking at some stats of what happened to women all around the world, and let's talk about it really quickly. Because you see, there's a lot of domestic crimes that women are at the hands of globally, right? All around the world. You can see on the screen that there is, oh, I hope you can see on the screen. Let me see. I don't know if you can. Maybe I'm not sharing. I don't think I'm sharing. Or maybe I am sharing. Can you guys see my screen? I'm just literally, there you go. I think you guys can see my screen. So I'm literally just doing a Google search. All for you guys that like to do research, you can do this with me. You can research everything I'm telling you today. This is not Miss Moren's Morenovated, you know, stats and facts. Google, right? Google's the king of truth, apparently, right? So intimate partner violence most common from abuse, as 18% of women, 18% of the world's women, they suffer, in the last 12 months have suffered, you know, domestic violence. Now, that really made me sad. But then today, you know, we're looking at a specific, you know, we're looking at our amazing rich and royal family over in India, you know, and it dawned on me because the two women, when we spoke, they had very similar stories, which I'm going to let them tell for themselves. But 1 in 3 women, 1 in 3 Indian women is more likely to suffer from domestic violence than anywhere in the world. And I really found this, you know, quite shocking, because I thought, wow, you know, how many more women can we actually help? Can we actually touch? You know, and I'm going to let people come on and tell their story, especially, you know, our visionary who had a vision, and how powerful it is to have a vision, and when it really does connect with people, and what everything that's happening in this digital space, in this digital world, how that really does mean freedom for a lot of people, like real financial freedom. It means real, you know, freedom from a lot of things that people are suffering at the hands of. Just like you saw, you know, that amazing king that has become a Bitcoin billionaire, right? Not, you know, overnight, compared to, well, look, most people will never see a billion, let's be real. So he's 32 years old, you know, and he's a billionaire from, you know, acquiring some coin. So before I go any further, because I'm definitely a chatterbox, I definitely want to greet and bring one of my amazing brand new rich and royal beauties to the forefront. This woman definitely has completely blown me away. Okay, there's that sometimes when you meet certain people in life, you just know straight away, you just get a vibe and an energy for them, right? You just see that they've got success written all over them. You just see that they've got a heart, you know, to serve written all over them. And that's how I felt when, you know, I met this powerhouse less than a month ago, I think. Now, you should be able to unmute. I call her GURNAAM the Great, you know, part of, you know, Queen Mummy Angel's evangelistic legacy, or her lineage, and definitely, you know, they are just like Father Abraham. They're just bringing people in left, right, and center to come and enjoy, you know, inside the royal palace. So Queen GURNAAM the Great, are you out there, my sweet?
I'm here, Miss UK. Hi.
Hey, beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Hi, everyone.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, it's just such a pleasure, you know, to have connected with you, GURNAAM. I don't know how you feel, but it feels like we've known each other for longer than a month, right?
Definitely.
It's literally like, I don't know, is that a good thing when time's flying? I think they say when you're having fun, time flies, right? But really quickly, just go ahead and introduce yourself, you know, to our to the callers that are on the line. Let them know, you know, a bit about you, you know, kind of your background, and why you said yes to being rich.
Hi, everyone. My name's GURNAAM KAUR, and I live in the UK. Yes, so I'm just saying hi to everyone, in the sense that it's been quite a journey from where I'm coming from. I'm very Indian, very Asian, brought up in a massive family. Got married at the age of 17.
Wow.
It was an arranged marriage. It didn't go very well. I suffered domestic violence through it, and I came out of it. But as I came out, I met Christ. And
Wow.
it's been awesome. My journey has been hard. It hasn't been easy, but it's been awesome. And then and through that journey, it was Miss Angel's mom who introduced me to Christ. That's my spiritual walk. And she's the same woman who's introduced me to Rich University. So I am
Wow.
really grateful to her. It's been, if I'm honest with you, it's been really, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here, because I don't have a clue. Everything's been crazy. It's been 1 month of learning a complete different language. I speak English, I speak Punjabi quite well, but this is a language that I don't know what language it is, but it's complicated.
The
Yeah.
language of money, right? It's the language of money.
Well, everybody understands that language, but this trading language is something else.
Definitely,
yeah.
it's definitely a journey, and I definitely want to, say hats off to you because you definitely dived in the deep end, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that, GURNAAM the Great, has been definitely sinking her teeth into. I've seen you on certain sessions and using certain lingua and certain words. And I'm like, wait a minute, how long, has she been with us? So, it's the growth for me, it's just the ability to just take this thing with both hands and run with it. So let me show you really quickly, guys, what GURNAAM has had the pleasure. I mean, GURNAAM, were you new to investments, to trading and things of that nature?
Yes, I hadn't heard of Bitcoin. I would say the first time I heard about Bitcoin was about 3 years ago. So I didn't even know what
Wow.
Bitcoin was before that.
Oh, wow. So 3 years ago, Bitcoin. Well, let me tell you guys what Bitcoin is for those who are still quite unsure, right? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. In fact, let me even peel it back because it is a cryptocurrency, but you can also compare it to an asset. You could also compare it to, its technology. It's also digital real estate, okay? All of this wrapped up into this new, like GURNAAM said, like a new language of money. It's a new type of way that we do money. We're doing money digitally now. We've been doing things very digitally for the last 10 years or more, right? This digital age, remember the dot-com boom? Remember, the turn of the century in 2000 when they thought the planes were going to drop out the sky? Well, 11 years ago, Bitcoin hit the scene as a baby and was less than a penny. It was worth less than 1 penny for a Bitcoin, meaning no one cared about Bitcoin. Like, what is this digital life you talk of, right? But then something happened, we started to see less blockbusters and more Netflix. We started to see less 8-track tapes, CDs, and more iTunes and, what do you call it? What's the one that you, Spotify, what I was literally listening to right now, right? What am I saying? Well, there's been a very, very obvious digital transition, what we're going through. And the same thing is happening with your money. So let's get into this really quickly because I really want us to, hear from everybody tonight. So you can see on the screen that today, 1 Bitcoin is actually worth 37,000 for a coin. For a coin. So that means if you had a Bitcoin, you would have the equivalent value of 37,000. And this is actually a sale. Like, I spoke to quite a few people about Bitcoin. I said, what do you know about Bitcoin? And they said, well, I heard that, what was the word that it crashed? That it crashed. And I said, oh, when your favorite shoes go on sale or a Bentley goes on sale, is that the same, terminology that you use for it? And they were like, no, we don't. If we have something that is very valuable, and the price differs, we look at that like, oh my gosh, I can get more, right? And that's exactly what's happening with Bitcoin right now. And that's exactly why GURNAAM the Great is being, the flagship for her community to let them know. Just like the Bitcoin billionaire that you saw, we would have loved to get in when he got in, right? When Bitcoin was, pennies on the dollar. Well, today you guys still have the opportunity, and you might be thinking, okay, strange woman in your bright blue suit. I don't have 37K. I mean, it sounds great. I don't know who it's cheap for, but that's just not really my lane. Well, I've got news for you, right? I've got news for you, king or queen. Today, you can actually purchase Bitcoin with anything as little as $10. As little as $10, and you can acquire some coin. So then it's almost like, have you heard of stocks? Where you buy a portion of it, like a company, right? You can buy it in portions. How does that benefit you? Well, if you buy a portion of Bitcoin, as Bitcoin increases, your money increases. So today, Bitcoin stands at, let's call it 40K. So if you invested today $100, basically just put your money in an account, just like you do with the banks, and then Bitcoin grows, okay, which is growing. That is a fact. Bitcoin has been appreciating for the last 11 years. It's gone from, like I told you, less than a penny to 37K. Go ahead and do all the Googling that you can. There's nothing that is increased that much in the last 10 years. Bitcoin at in December was 17K. In what the month before in November it was 10K. Okay, I think it was like 6K in the middle of last year, right? So what you're seeing is exponential growth. Imagine you could purchase a house and you could be told that it's going to appreciate that much in value. I'm sure you would agree that it's a good investment. So what's happening with Bitcoin now? Because you might think, well, maybe I've missed it all. You know, I saw it go to 60K and I've seen people really unhappy saying that they've lost their money. Well, the truth of the matter is that Bitcoin's leveled the playing field. So it's opened up the gates for a lot of people who don't necessarily have the proper training, the proper knowledge, and haven't taken the time like GURNAAM to go ahead and invest, you know, into their education so that they can understand this language, because that's what it is. It's a beautiful language. And let me show you what you will understand. I'm sure you guys speak numbers, right? I'm sure you guys definitely speak numbers. So you saw that Bitcoin today is 37K. So right now you should be jumping out of your seats because you can see that Citibank are predicting that Bitcoin at the end of the year is going to be 300 plus K. Guys, they've been predicting this since Bitcoin was 17K. And I think the bank analysts know a little bit more than us. I think we trust them, right? Because that's where traditionally we give them our money to look after. In fact, those of you who came to this call wanting to learn how to be an investor, just put B's in the chat if you have a bank. In fact, go ahead and drop whatever bank, whoever you bank with, whether it's in the US, in the States. I wonder, what are the Indian banks called in India, GURNAAM? What's some of the banks out there? I know we've got Barclays here, Halifax, Bank of America, Chase, I see you guys, you know. But all the different banks all around the world, they basically are, you're not a customer, you know, you're actually an investor. What do I mean? When you put your money in the bank account, they don't actually keep it in the bank account. They don't even think it's a great idea for it to stay in the bank. What they do is they put it in investments. They trade it. Whoa, what is trading? So let me show you what's happening with your money. And just remember this, but if you don't take anything away from this, just know that Bitcoin is a really good idea if you can invest something as little as $10. I'm talking about money you're not going to miss, and let it sit there. We've got some amazing testimonies in our community that I'm sure some people will go ahead and unmute and let us know. But it's definitely something that is keeping on going and keeping on growing. Bloomberg analysts are predicting it to go to 400,000, and that's only this year. So we're talking about Bitcoin being like worth 1 million. Simple supply and demand. Simple supply and demand. There's only 21 million Bitcoins ever going to be created. Guys, there's only 19 million left. So when you see people like GURNAAM, when you see people like, you know, the guy who we watched on the way in, that they are really wanting to be pioneers for their people, for people that are connected to them, who they care about, you can see the urgency, because the less Bitcoin that there is left, the more the value goes up. That's why your dollar depreciates so much, because it's printed like toilet paper, meaning the more that's printed, the more it devalues. And that's what's happening with currency. Most currencies last, you know, about 100 years before we transition. We're around about that 100-year mark, just FYI. So you definitely want to keep your ears and eyes open to wealth indicators. So whoever invited you on here today, you definitely want to thank them. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get into what exactly you rich people are doing over here. Because like GURNAAM said, when you come into a world like this, you're definitely going to have to be open to expanding your mind. You have to first expand your mind before you expand your bank account. You know, sometimes you have to lean on your own understanding and just be open to the things that you said that you want. Because the truth is, if you knew exactly how to get them, then you'd already have them. But you're going to have to borrow some OPI, other people's ideas, other people's knowledge. You're going to have to be coachable and be willing to learn, right? So step into my office and let's learn today. What we offer here at Rich University are some of the top elite academies in the world. I'm talking what only 5% of the world's population at one time had access to. You know, people like your royal family, who their children and grandchildren, Prince Charles's kids, are definitely not, or grandkids, are definitely not in their preparatory skills right now, learning about how to fill in applications at the post office. That's never going to be their reality. They'll never get a student loan to go to these, you know, go to these schools. By the time they get to 18, they're going to have trading accounts in their name. They're not going to be passing down debt. They'll be passing down equity. So sometimes when you see that a model that has been given to you, maybe it hasn't worked so great for you, or the one before you, or the one before them, it might be time to, you know, look at a different model. If you want to open new doors, you're going to need a new set of keys. So I'm showing you right now the FRX keys. You can see here we have an FRX Academy. That stands for foreign exchange. That's all Forex is. Go ahead and drop an F in the chat if you've ever heard of Forex. You see, Forex is being done in multiple ways. You guys are doing Forex right now. All of those who put your money in the bank, Forex. Yes, they are the biggest participants in this market. You know, those of you who's ever been on holiday, who's ever traveled out of the country. When you travel out of the country where you live, whether it's the States, whether it's India, whether it's the UK, right? You have to then exchange your local currency for the currency in which you're going. So when I went to Dubai, where I got my beautiful ensemble today, I had to exchange the Great British Pound for the dirham, right? I had to exchange it for the dirham. And what happens, every time currency is exchanged, someone gets paid. You see, all we do inside Rich University is teach you how you can be that someone, so that you're paying you're not just paying a commission to a random kiosk. You are the commission every day. So we have Higher Frequency Academy. That is higher frequency Forex. This, guys, is phenomenal, and you're going to have the opportunity to touch that dial and actually try this in just a moment. But what is amazing is, like I said, that bad boy of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, he's not the only one. He's got friends like Ethereum, brothers like Ripple, cousins like Superbid, right? Where people are being able to take small amounts of money and literally 10x their account, sometimes even in a week. Shout out to who got some Superbid. I want to see all you guys who got some Superbid. And this is where that guapanese starts, right? This is where that language of money starts, when everyone's like, what the heck is Superbid? Well, when you know, right? Those inside the Rich Palace know that we were introduced by our master educators, by our 8 and 9 figure experts. They basically put us on game. It's almost like them telling us, you know, oh, you know, there's some prime real estate in an area where right now you can get the house dirt cheap, but in the next 2 weeks, in the next month, in the next 6 months, that area is going to literally catapult. There's going to be a Walmart there, there's going to be a football stadium. So that means that your small investment is going to magnify, right? It's going to multiply. So let's show you a few things. Let's show you guys a few things. You definitely get education, okay? You definitely get the classroom where you have some very short videos. I'm not going to play it all, but I like to give you a visual, okay? So just step into my office at this time and have a look at, peep your eyes on this. So when you enroll into Rich University today, what you will have access to is a full on-demand curriculum. And as you can see here, there are some very, oh, I've gone on the wrong, I've gone Portuguese, girl, and I went Hindi. Now I've already gone Portuguese. I'll be trilingual by the end of this. So we have multiple languages as well, guys. Another wealth indicator. It's not just, you know, us that are doing this. This is definitely a global situation. So let's go ahead and click start again. As you see, it's enrolling me into my academy. And one of the things that I love about this academy is that it gives me really short and concise, short, sharp, and to the point videos. Now, I don't know. Can you guys hear this? I think you can.
Welcome to the IM Mastery Academy for Forex. In this course, we'll be talking about what is FRX. Forex can be professionally abbreviated as FX or FRX. This basically is the short term for foreign exchange. It is the official trading market where one can exchange different currencies across the globe. As many countries are backed by their own banks, this allows citizens to use a currency which, in turn, creates an economy. The better an economy thrives, the stronger that currency can become. When anyone travels to other countries, they can participate in the foreign exchange market manually by simply exchanging their own native currency for the one they are visiting. As decades passed, the internet grew worldwide, and Forex found its way online, where traders from any place on Earth could trade currencies digitally, turning over profits from the comfort of their own homes. To give you an idea as to the size of the Forex market, the London Stock Exchange, on average, will trade daily around $7 billion US. The Tokyo Stock Exchange will trade roughly around 18 billion, and the New York Stock Exchange can trade about $22 billion daily. Forex, on the other hand, averages trades of over $5 trillion every single day. It is, without doubt, the largest and most liquid market in the entire world. So, let's review. Forex is the market where all the money in the world is being exchanged in real time through currencies. And because of this,
just for the sake of time, I'm going to leave it right there. But I don't know if you guys caught that. But over 5 trillion, in fact, it's $6.7 trillion every single day that is transacted inside the foreign exchange market. It's basically just where all the money is. When you guys are online shopping, like, your money is always being exchanged. So your money makes up $6.7 trillion a day. A day. 1 trillion is 100 billion. Remember when you used to want to be a millionaire so freaking bad? Now millionaires old. People want to be trillionaires now. Like, the boundaries have shifted because we've gone digital. You heard that gentleman at the beginning, how much he's been able to make from crypto. So how are people doing this? How are people doing this? The great thing about our academy is that we just don't get theory. We just don't get, a bunch of teachers that give you a curriculum, but by the time you finish the course, it's already out of date. Shout out to my skill teachers out there that know what I'm talking about. What you actually get is the practical ability to apply. They'll give you tools. I'm not even talking just some airy-fairy tools. I'm talking banking software. I'm talking $1 million banking software. So yes, go ahead and thank that person that just brought you in to $1 trillion wealth circle, where you're able to do exactly what the banks are doing with your money every single day from the comfort of your own home, as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection and a smart device. So as you can see here, we've got a few what we call weapons of choice. These weapons of choice allow us to basically take trade ideas at any point of the day. And one of them that we're going to look at in a moment. So I want to, if you guys have got your pocket options, go ahead and drop P's. Go ahead and drop P's in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys have got what you need. I know a few people came in late. So my Rich and Royal family, go ahead and drop the link again for those who are using their browser on a laptop or a desktop. And for those of you who are using your phones, you can go to your app store. And thank you so much, Miss Joanna UK. You can download an app called PO Trade. So before we get into that really quickly, because I told you this was a rich and raw Indian affair. Let's get my music. Hey. So we've got another beautiful royal Indian queen. I'm telling you, like, this is an absolute powerhouse here that is about to come to the forefront. I've been knowing this woman of God now for a couple of months inside this space. I love the richness of this space just because of the rich connections that I'm able to make. And right now, well, I'll let her tell your story, but she is definitely going from glory to glory just in a very, very short amount of time, right? She is definitely running with speed. And I definitely want to present to someone introduced to many, Miss Rosie, Pastor Rosie Kerr. Are you out there, sweet queen? Let me see if I'm giving you the ability to unmute. That would be good, first of all, wouldn't it? There you go. You should be able to unmute now.
Hey, y'all. I am super excited. Can we real quick drop 333 in the chat for Miss UK? Come on, y'all. Let's light up the chat. Let's light up the chat. Come on. Let me see. I dropped 333. There you go. I am super excited about what's happening in this space. Guys, my name is Rosie KAUR, and I am a platinum leader with the Rich University. I came into this space in 2006. So those of you that are from India, I'm not even gonna worry about my phone.
I love it. You're a woman on a mission. This is what I'm saying. Real people, real results in the trenches.
Yeah, real people, real results. So I am super excited that this space doesn't have a respective person. I'm a single mom, 3 kids. All 3 of my kids play sports. My son, he's in a basketball tournament. Currently, I am literally sneeze away from firing my boss and doing this full time. Yes! And I have a date on it. I have put a date on it with my confession because there is so much. Past results does not guarantee future profits, but I have literally, Miss Yuki, I don't know how much time I have, but I really want to be transparent. Being a single mom, working 3 jobs, trying to make it. Hear me, trying to make it, because I was trying to make it trying to make it, but I was still not making it.
Wow.
She says she can't hear me. So hold up. Somebody
I
said
can
no
hear you.
sound.
Anybody else can't hear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, good. So I have done it all. I have literally, Uber Eats. Those of you that live in US, maybe UK has it too. DoorDash.
Oh, I just
I
did Uber Eats just now.
Yeah, literally, I have done it all. I was working. I delivered newspaper in the morning from
Wow.
4:30 to 6:30 because I wanted to provide my children with stability. Working one job was not doing it. So I came into this space. I have already fired 3 of my other bosses. So I'm like, I got this one main one, and I'm just, every day I come in, I'm tired because it's draining me. It's stopping me from reaching my goals. It's stopping me from talking to people. It's stopping me. I'm literally sitting in the office from 8:30 to 5:30. So when I joined this opportunity, guys, I did not have the money. I did not have the 325 to join. I did not have the 325 to join. Hear me. But I had it, but I had to rebudget myself because that was my grocery money. But I knew that there was a sense of urgency because I wanted more than what my body was tired. I was tired mentally. I was literally tired of just trying to make it, still not good enough. So on September 15th, I made the decision that I'm not going to allow fear to back me away. I'm not going to allow my insecurity to feel like I don't fit in this space because I'm Indian, because I'm a woman, because I'm divorced, because I've been here and I did this. I literally robbed myself out of excuses. I looked at my bank account. I said, girl, you only have $405. What you gonna do? And I at that moment, I only got paid once a month. I said, you know what? You're gonna do Uber Eats. You're gonna do DoorDash. And I sat down and I told my children, I said, I'm about to make a face move. And my son looked at me like, Mom, what? I said, I'm about to make a face move. And I sat all 3 of my children. I don't want to cry, really. Woo! I told them, I said, whatever it takes, your mom is going to learn this skill and we'll never be broke again.
Amen. Hallelujah.
I made the decision of saying yes to be rich when my needs had needs. On the 16th, I made a phone call to Dr. CHYNA. I said, I'm ready, and send me your link. She said, well, we got to do that. I'm going in as a lead. I did not want it an option of what my budget is and all of that. She was like, okay, I got it. Y'all know how Dr. CHYNA is. She was like, okay, cool. Here's my link. I signed up for Elite, and I sat down. And I re-budgeted everything.
Wow.
And I said rice and beans and beans and rice. And literally on October 3rd, I had learned how to use pocket options. So it's a payday now. My tuition is about to come. My tuition is about to come. And I have $50 to spare that month because I had already put up money for my tuition because I wasn't going to allow that life weight of 274 to make me feel like I could not learn this. So I funded, my account was $50 on pocket options. And I took that $50 account to $500 in 3 days. In 3 days, and after I'd done that, I took $300 out and I funded my MT4. Rest is history. Bought my son a car, cash. I didn't want it to be debt. I'm paying off student loans. So guys, this is it. And I'm sneezed away from being P5000, which simply means the company will pay me $5,000 a month, $1,200, close to $1,200 a week, just to have a team helping people. Who wouldn't want to say yes to the opportunity? I just literally robbed you out of all your excuses. What's your excuse for to say I don't? You say you don't have time? Listen, work full-time job, son play basketball. I pastor a church.
Let's go, Pastor Rosie.
Business. Let's do this, guys. Miss UK, thank you so much much for your incredible leadership.
Wow.
I'm super excited about your future and what God is about to do for all of us. I'm so
Amen.
glad I said yes to this opportunity. Let's go.
Let's go. How long you been rich, Rosie? That was like drops the mic and walks off stage.
September 16th. So I don't even count it. I feel like I always say I'm the most dedicated person. September 6th of 2019, well 2020 was my first day being rich. Rest,
Wow.
I'm a rich girl forever.
Rich girl for life. And so in less than a year, because what we in June right now, you say 2020. So we in June right now, and in less than a year, after working, you know, doing everything to pay bills, right? Working every single job, robbing everyone, Sally, Susie, Peter, Paul, everyone, right? In less than a year through this space, you've been able to give yourself almost, you're literally that close, a sneeze away from giving yourself a 60K a year pay rise residually. Happy residual Friday. And that's before you even put in one trade. Like, where do they do that? Let me show you guys something, because you hearing a lot of this. I told you, GURNAAM warned you, it's a whole new language. But are you guys ready? Are you guys actually ready to click on some buttons? And I'm wanting to do this early. I just realized because we have a market close situation, but we're still gonna get in where we fit in, right? So what I want you guys to do real quick is pull up that pocket options. I want you guys to feel what it feels like to have your financial future in the palm of your hands, you know, and rather than, you know, asking how many hours you're going to work or if you can take time off, you know, you actually putting your money on assignment. Oh, I'm opening everything except what I want. Let me just get rid of this. I don't even know what I'm doing right here. Cancel that. This is what it feels like to put your money on job and have your money working for you. And it comes back with friends, you know, who would like that? Who would like to see their money come back with friends? Sometimes your money goes on a vacation, you know, and it doesn't come back, you know. All its cousins are in the bank account wondering where, you know, where's everybody gone, right? So what I want you to do is pull up that pocket options, which you guys had access to do at the beginning of this call, okay? So that PO trades, that pocket options, if it's on the browser, should look something like this. So I'm gonna walk you through the 4 steps to get rich, okay? 4 clicks to get rich. Are you guys ready? Are you guys with me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready to do 4 clicks to get rich, okay? If you're really, really ready. Now, while you're dropping that 1, I need to just check I need to check the level. I need to check their educational level. You see, some people, they go to school to get more degrees than a thermometer to put them on the wall, but still can't put food in the fridge. So I want to know if you guys have got, you know, at least a PhD, which is a public high school diploma, right? That means that you know your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s, and your shapes and colors. Hopefully you guys, that's, you know, that level of education is where you guys are right now, okay? That's going to be really helpful for you in this space. That's going to make you a lot of money. So let's just test that theory, okay? So let's start with your ABCs, okay? ABCs. So you guys have got pocket options pulled up in front of you, and what you're looking at in this top corner, so in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see some letters, okay? On the corner wherever I've got my mouse, you can see that my letters say USDJPY. Now, if you just downloaded, then yours might say something like this, okay? Might say something like this, KAUR, okay? Hopefully you guys are following along. Maybe you can hear me if you're on the same device that you're watching me on and doing this, okay? So what I want you to do is just click on those letters, you know, the word in that top corner. Just go ahead and tap on that. If you are on a phone app, then this is going to be maybe in the middle of the top of the screen. You're still going to see the letters, and you're going to see like a green and red like blinking bar with some numbers on it. Go ahead and click that. You just want to bring up these options, okay? You want to bring up these options. So what you're looking at right here are the different things that are in your shop, basically to trade. Currently, you can see that stocks is highlighted, the word stocks. I don't want to trade stocks right now. I want to trade currencies. So what you want to have highlighted is currencies. If you're on a phone, it might be yellow. Might be yellow on an iPhone. I think it highlights yellow. Either way, go ahead and select currencies. I want to make sure everyone's following along, okay? Now, when you tap on currencies, you're going to see all of these letters, what I like to call A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So you got all these letters. You got AUD, CHF, AUD, JPY, AUD USD, EURCHF. Now, whether you know what that means or not, you know how to read it. And that's all you need to know. If I was to say to you right now, go to USD JPY, can you find USD JPY? If you can, just click on it. Simply click on it. And if you're on the laptop like me, just click the background so you can get the box out the way. Okay? Okay. So that was how to locate your ABCs. Those are your currency pairs. So next, what about the 1, 2, 3 part? What about the 1, 2, 3 part? Okay. So if you look probably on your screen, I've moved my things around and I don't actually know how to move it back, to be honest, but it might be at the bottom of the screen. At the bottom, you might see some numbers. Okay, mine's here at the side. And definitely if you're on the phone, it's going to be underneath the red button somewhere about, yeah, at the bottom. Hopefully you guys can see numbers. And what you're looking at is for the word purchase time. Purchase time. Then you should see like an M for mum, M for Mike, M for Money Maven. And next to it, you'll see a number, okay? Just go ahead and click on those numbers. Go ahead and click on those numbers. Now you can see that you've got some other options. M1, which is 1 minute. M2, which is 2 minutes. M3, which is 3 minutes. And M5, which is 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and click on 1 minute, okay? Go ahead and click on 1 minute. And I'll tell you what all this means in a moment. Okay, it's all going to become very clear to you when you see the money coming in anyway. So don't worry too much about that. Even your job made no sense day one, right? You had to go into training, induction, and do it a few times. So, okay, now you selected your purchase time. Okay, now you said how long you want your money to be on shift. We want our money to be on shift for 1 minute. Now, next to that, you'll see trade amount. Trade amount. Now, this is a dollar amount. Go ahead and click on that dollar amount. Now, if you just open the account, then you should have about $1,000. Now, the secret sauce to trading, and this isn't going to be this is just to give you a little bit of I'm just giving you some gems right here. This is the kind of information that you get inside our elite academy with our master educators. But we learn how to have proper risk. A lot of people in life in general, they just take bad risks. They take big risk for small reward. Well, you get to learn how to risk a little and make a lot. You learn how to compound your interest. Shout out to Einstein that says that compounded interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who earns it, he who doesn't understand it pays it, and he who does understand it earns it. Meaning, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's probably because you're paying it. Probably paying it in credit card loans, student loan, payments, mortgages. You're paying back more than you borrowed. You're paying back more than you borrowed. At the same time, your money's losing value and inflation's going up 13% a year. So you're being blockbusted out of the game. Like, that's a whole setup as far as I'm concerned. However, once you understand, once you get the knowledge, once you check into a rich university like GURNAAM and our ROSZE has done, now you get to be the ones that earn compounded interest. Compounded interest is something that means a penny can be worth more than 1 million at the end of 30 days. Yes, 1 penny at the end of 30 days can actually be 5 million. I'm not going to go through the example. You can Google it, but that's compounding your interest. Something small growing in percentages every day. Okay, there's nothing that I know of before I came to the space that was giving me the ability to do that. So what we're going to do is only risk 1 to 3% of our account. 1 to 3% of our account. So if you've got $1,000 in there, then 1% would be $10 and 3% would be 30. So I'm just going to go 25. And all you do, you can just type in the number here. You can type 10. Let's just do 25, like I said. Okay. So now I've done 25. What I want you guys to do, the last thing I want you to look at are your shapes and colors. I said ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and I also said shapes and colors, right? So now what I want you guys to do is tell me, you see this green button, right? You see this green button? Everybody can agree with me that it's green. You can see the green button and it's got an arrow attached to it, right? It's got an arrow attached to it and that arrow is pointing up. So this is telling us that the green button means up. And when you come inside the academy, you'll learn a wealth language that tell you other words for up, like buy, like call. But for today, up is fine. Green means up, okay? You also see a red arrow pointing down. A red arrow pointing down that means that you're going to go down, that you want the market to move down. Now, you don't know what you want right now. You don't even know what's going on. You just know your shapes and colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. And you said that's all you needed. So let's test the theory. So we already, I mean, I don't know. I know that my rich and royal palace members jumped in this thing, because this thing, you know, it moved. It definitely moved. Let's see. So let me have a look. So the market's actually closed. So we're still able to trade in it, but I mean, just to not make it complicated, let me have a look at Euro USD really quickly. Now, I just want to show you the simplicity, to be honest, but I want to see something that's moving a bit quicker, but it's probably going to be difficult at this time of night. Okay, we'll stick on UJ. It was moving a little bit quicker. It was definitely moving a little bit quicker. So what I want you guys to do, you've got USD JPY pulled up. You know, we've got a minute on our timer. So in a moment, I want you guys to get ready to press the green button. I want you to get ready to press the green button, and hopefully we get some movement. Like I said, the market's half asleep. Go ahead and press the green button now. So you guys press the green button, and now you are in the trade. You are in the trade. How do you know you're in the trade? Well, over here, it's actually counting you down. And as it's counting you down, the market is moving. It's actually moving down. And we pressed the green button because we wanted it to move up. Now, time-based means that the time frame that you selected, by the time that ends, you want it to be where you selected. So we will want it to be above our green line here. Go ahead and press that green button one more time. I want you guys to see something cute, because you can actually do this more than once. And this is just complete guesswork, okay? So we have one in profit and we have one that's not in profit. How do I know? Well, here, my $25 is now turned into 45. I have got an 80% payout. So for what I put in, I've already got an 80% return. Go figure. Whoa, that's amazing, right? So our first trade, my first trade didn't clear. Go ahead, if you guys cleared that first one, let me know. I doubt you guys did, but we're about to clear the second one, meaning that we basically made our money back and we can continue to do this. So go ahead and just drop some green bubbles in the chat if you guys are in profit. Like, let's get the music on. Let's turn this into a money party. I'm saying, like, I don't know anywhere in the world where you can make money that quickly. This is the fastest $45 I've made. Come on, I got 30 seconds left, 29 seconds left, 28, 27. Let's go, let's grow. As long as it stays above this green line right here, that's it. That's it. You guys, literally ABCs, 1, 2, 3 shapes and colors, and look at what you guys achieved. I think that is absolutely phenomenal. So what I want to do right now, while you guys are excited, in fact, let's wait 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Woo, woo, cleared. And like you can see, $45 later. Who cleared the trade? Go ahead and drop your profits in the chat. Who cleared? Who cleared? Who cleared? So I just made $45 just from showing you how the tool works. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's just scale back a moment, because I know your head's spinning, your eyes are going wild, and you're like, whoa, what in the money in minutes just happened, right? Well, we definitely can't wait to get you into the inside so that you can have access, so that you can really, really have access. And once you've got that access, you're going to be like ROSZE, you're going to be like GURNAAM, and you're going to be able to believe. You're going to be able to believe that things are possible, more than working 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jobs. Just like ROSZE believed, you know, when she said to her children, I am going to learn a skill that is going to mean that we're never going to be broke again. I'm going to learn a skill. I'm going to decide that I can do this. I'm going to decide that this is for me. I'm going to decide that a woman like me from India that has been through the things that I have been through deserves to be able to give herself a 60 grand pay rise, like from September, when she's about to give herself a 60K pay rise before she's clicked any buttons. So without further ado, I want to introduce someone very, very special to you, because if it wasn't for this amazing woman of God, none of us would be here. You see, there's something very unique about vision. There's something really unique about vision. You see, I'm definitely a believer in divine alignment. I'm definitely a believer that God really does, you know, give his ideas to his people, to his prophets, right? And I really believe that once you do that, then you will be blessed exponentially, and that your blessing isn't just for you. But I'm not the only person that believes that. And in fact, I believe that because of what I've been exposed to. I've been exposed to a woman that is a Hurricane Katrina survivor that has battled breast cancer and beat it 3 times and then some, right? And still going strong. A woman that has been given a Lifetime Achievement Award by Barack Obama for entrepreneurship and outreach. I'm talking made $1 million before she was the age of 30. But most people get rich and switch. Not this person right here. She said, oh no, I'm bringing my people with me. I'm going back for mine. I just had to go first, but now I've seen what it's like over there. Come on, y'all better come and roll through. And this amazing Bitcoin mommy joins us today, all the way from Miami. My sister, let me just wait, because this is a whole drum roll. This is a whole drum roll situation. Let me make sure that she got co-host real quick. Literally about to do the Bitcoin seminar, right? My mentor, my sister, my friend, all the way hailing from Louisiana, living in Atlanta, Georgia, but currently out there Bitcoin mommy in Miami. Dr. CHYNA BETHLEY, are you out there, sis? Hopefully you can
Hey, Miss UK, I am here. Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly. We are moving and shaking in Miami, in the streets of Miami, networking, connecting, and collaborating with so many people that's just leveling up and winning. And I just wanted to hop on really quick, connect with you guys. I'm so proud of what's happening right now with ROSZE, with GURNAAM, as well as the whole Indian family that's coming on board inside of Rich University. There's so much fabulosity everywhere you look. It's just so much that's happening, and people are really winning. They're excited and they're ready to level up. Miss UK, you're doing a phenomenal job as you broke down and showed people the simplicity of putting in a trade. I think I'm still so amazed at how simple it is to press a button and wait 1 minute to put a trade in, and bam, the bags are being secured. I love India. God showed me the vision of India in Asia, and I immediately thought about ROSZE. And the next thing that we know, GURNAAM was coming on board with a whole team of people, and I said, God is so faithful. It's happening. We're impacting nations and generations around the world. Communities are saying yes to learning this incredible skill set. They're saying yes to building more wealth and inviting more wealth into their lives. It doesn't matter what you currently do. It doesn't matter where you currently live. This opportunity is for anyone that has internet, that has a cell phone, a smartphone, and that has a desire to win and level up. So Miss UK, I'm honored for what you're doing. I'm excited for the entire Rich University family. I know that this is just the beginning. We're here for a chairman retreat in Miami, where so much is about to be released that I cannot wait to share this with each and every one of you, how this company is expanding, how it is growing, how we have so many things that are rolling out that are going to help you to not just grow your business, but grow your legacy and your dynasty. So back to you, Miss UK. I love you guys. I'm excited. Let's go and let's grow.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you. That's the CEO of Rich University, this amazing movement, this mission to impact nations for generations. And just like Dr. CHYNA BETHLEY said, she specifically saw India in a vision. God showed her India and Asia, before, ROSZE showed up. And then after ROSZE showed up, here comes GURNAAM, and I love the fact that these women's stories are so similar, meaning that, oh my gosh, how many more that wanted that really need to be aligned with something powerful like this. And it's just so exciting. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Okay, you've given me the the tools. I really want to know how to work this thing. I really want to know, okay, like what am I looking at here? So I want to give you the meat and potatoes. I definitely want to give you guys the meat and potatoes. So we showed you quite a lot today, and there's still much more, like our TV network. But I want to really kind of take you on a journey, because most of you guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you've been to university. If you guys have been to college, higher education, where you've had to basically pay or maybe even get a student loan, most of us, to be able to acquire a skill. Skills pay the bills at the end of the day. So what happens is that we normally have to pay to acquire them. But what we've been taught is that we have to pay maybe more than we have at the time, meaning that we have to go back to that compounded interest place where we have to borrow and pay back more than we lent, right? So you're looking on the screen at Harvard University, very reputable university. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. And I see you guys that have been to uni out there, so this is not a foreign concept. Now, what's happening as the world is shifting, as the world goes digital, just like we explored, you can see that also the things that people are going to be going back to learn are also digital. So this might be your children, your nieces, your nephews, and at some point, this is going to be you. Because whether you like it or not, Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. Whether you like it or not, the future of money is digital. No one asked how you felt about your CD collection being completely antiquated and now having to go on to Spotify. No one cared about how you felt about that. It just went digital, it moved on. So you can try and put your VCR, try and get a VCR for the latest, films if you want to, but you're probably not going to get very far. Okay, you won't be able to really watch any film if you basically don't get with the program where the world is already going. So this is how you get ahead. Somebody say ahead. This is how you get ahead. So what's Harvard doing? What are all these colleges doing? Well, what they're doing is what they've always done. They're charging what they charge. And I would say that this isn't even bad. This one here in the UK, this is Cambridge right here, very reputable institute, right? Where some of the royals even go. And you can see that the program fees, $2,000 US, and that gets you 6 weeks, a 6-week online course. Now, most of you might think, well, that sounds pretty decent. To be fair, that is market standard, right? You can actually pay a lot more to learn about financial and technical innovation. But let's just have a look. I want you to just kind of stay with me here. Make notes, okay? So you can see that for $2,000 for 6 weeks online, okay? You get 4 to 6 hours a week of education. Now, I kind of grazed over the tools that we have, but I want to show you just how it compares, right? I mean, is that okay? I want to show you what you get for your money here, okay? So one of our tools alone, $1 million banking software, the harmonic scanner, doesn't matter if you don't know what it is right now, it's telling you what it is. It's saying that it's going to find you trades, basically. It said, hi, the banks use me, I cost millions, and I pump out 200 plus trades a week. It tells you that there are 19 hours worth of education on this. That's with live educators in real life trading rooms. Oh yes, I'm talking what people pay hundreds of thousands to be in a live trading room with somebody that's actually on Wall Street, somebody that actually, is an investment banker, somebody that actually is a professional. If you want to learn how to drive a car, then you go to the instructor, right? You go to the professionals. Like we said, skills pay the bills. So I don't want you guys to be those ones that get caught up on social media, following trends and things that people are posting, to go ahead and take gambles with your money. Your hard-earned money, you're going to go ahead and because somebody tweeted, you're going to make a decision. I don't know if that's what I would do, when it comes to my finances, when it comes to, my legacy, because there's nothing in this world that we treat like that. If I felt, under the weather, if I wasn't feeling well, I wouldn't go onto Google and then, learn how to do, crack my head open. And that's not what you do. You respect the skill. Okay. So know that there's no skill that is paying $6.7 trillion a day. Okay. So just, check the facts, really, really big and serious. It just kind of lets you know what you have here. So that's one tool. And as you can see, there are several tools. It goes on and on. There's over 30. That higher frequency, what you just did, you didn't even know you did higher frequency. Well, I'm letting you know what you just did was money in minutes. That also has tools, because I'm not going to call you up every day and say, hey, Bridget, how you there? Okay, go ahead and press the green button. Okay, yeah, okay, all right, see you, bye. That's not going to happen. In fact, you don't want me to do that because I am not the expert. I am definitely a professional learner. What we have is a whole TV network of beautiful individuals that are actually showing you guys exactly how to do this. One second. You're able to go, like I said, into live trading rooms with the actual experts who show you exactly how to do what they're doing. And what are they doing? Well, they're making money. And what can you do? You can make money with them. So what it gives you is access. Look at this. The top 5 educators of the week. Oh, wow. Look how many people were on sessions this week. You have 965,000 or 95,000 on with a lady called Millie Mills. Like everyone was on Millie Mills this week, it seemed. Were you on Millie Mills? Where were you? Maybe you were still watching Real Housewives Ratchetness. I don't know. What do you guys watch out there? I don't know. Family Foolishness. I don't know what happens out there. I this is where, I put my time and energy, and because this is where I get a return. There's a better risk to reward here. When I watch, and I like me some Real Housewives of Ratchetness, so no shade. But when I watch that, when I've finish that hour, I look at my bank account and it hasn't moved, okay? After these sessions, my bank account definitely has expanded. So you can see quick wealth indicator, most of these here, oh my gosh, look, HFX. That's what you guys just did. So there's a lot of people that are making money in minutes with these people, thousands, in fact, thousands. And if I scroll down, you can also see some of our partners, like Mr. Bob Proctor of The Secret. This guy is a whole wealth mentor. There's nobody that is not, you know, that doesn't know about wealth like a Bob Proctor. This is like your mentor's mentor. You know, I know many of you have heard of the law of attraction and all those things. Like, this is the guy right here. Like, it doesn't really get bigger than that. So as you can see, he actually has a session tonight inside our academy. Yes, he's one of our master mentors. Amazing. So I want to show you really, really quickly just kind of what a session looks like. And then we're going to wrap. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to get started and then we're going to wrap. Because the truth of the matter is, you know, I really like to, I'm quite visual. So the first thing that you might notice is that you get a schedule. Shout out if you've ever seen a schedule before. That's how you work your job, right? They tell you, you know, where you're supposed to be and when. Well, the difference is you're telling your money, you know, where and when it's going to be. So you can turn up at the time that you're available according to when the experts are on. And this, our big, one of our besties here, Kurt Cobain, he actually shows us, I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not actually loading, but he actually shows us how to get the bag on all of these different coins. So you guys heard about Bitcoin today. Well, like I said, Bitcoin has many friends. It has friends like Ethereum. It has friends like Ripple. We just recently did Superbid. And the only reason that we know about this is because we are plugged into the experts. So someone like him, 4 times a week, we can plug into his channel. And then what we're able to do is go ahead and do what he is doing. You got in some Superbid this week. Have you got any testimonies from Kurt Cobain? Let me see if I can pull him up again. Let's see. Anyone got any testimonies? Raise your hand. In fact, let me go ahead and unmute all the lines. If anyone's got any testimony from inside our community, so you guys. You guys couldn't hear me that whole time. There's no way. Could you guys hear me? Oh, Lord. So I said quite a lot. I definitely said quite a lot. Let me see. I don't even know where to, oh, just that Superbid. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not sure why it went on to mute. No problem. That's fine. Let me make sure I've got the chat pulled up here so I can see when you guys are talking to me. We're about to wrap now anyway. Okay, cool. So what you can see, this is literally a live session. This is literally a live session to give you some volume.
Definitely can't handle the studio lights blaring in my eyes. It'll be a wrap. This session may be a little shorter too. Just know we may not go 2 hours today. So just for participating in a project and holding it, you will get, you know, those free coins. Now, when you hear news of a fork coming up, people come flooding in to buy the project.
So the long and short of it is that he basically really gives us the tea. Okay, he really gives us the tea. He really lets us know exactly what's happening and when it's happening, so that we can do it with him. He even tells you where to start. Look, priority number one, watch this for your crypto security. Then number 2, if you're new, please start here. Okay, it tells you everything. It tells you about the fees that there might be. You know, it tells you about all different kind of walkthroughs on the different exchanges. You know, you definitely get a full breakdown in your own time. You can go through all of these. So again, where were we? I was basically showing you what you need to get started. That's definitely more when you go back and look at what the best, they say, are the best financial institutions in the world, you know, where you're paying $2,000 for 4 to 6 hours a week. So what do you get over here? I've already shown you what you get, but how much does it cost? Anyone want to guess? If for 4 to 6 hours you pay 2,000 and you're getting 19 hours on one tool alone, then I'm sure you're already thinking this is going to be a $100,000 situation possibly. Well, you definitely get, you know, that amount of product. But let me click on this right here. So if you guys were invited today, you definitely should have a link that will bring you to a page like this. And this is how you get started today. You click on Elite, and what you can see is that all of those academies that I've shown you, the FRX Academy, the Higher Frequency Academy, and the Digital Currency Academy, that on their own, singularly, they would cost you $235. And that would give you access to the TV channel relating to that market and also give you one tool. But some people definitely, they want more time freedom. They definitely want to be able to maximize and make a lot more money quicker. So they want everything. They're like me, the girl at the buffet that stacks her plate. I put on the spring rolls, the chicken wings, the wasabi, a bit of sushi, some fries. Like, you know, I don't discriminate when I go to the buffet. I definitely want to try everything until I know what I like. So what you get when you go elite, somebody say the elite side of life. This gives you unlimited access. This is like having the master key. And you can see all of these add-ons. Look at that. Swipe coins, swipe trades, gold cup. Just know every time this is adding on, it's adding on more money onto your bank account, right? And the subtotal would normally cost you almost $1,000. Well, today, somebody say today, you can get all of this. You heard Rosie say it. She already done said it. Like at the beginning of her journey, that was something that she had to make a decision where to find it. Because you might be like Rosie, you might be like me when I started. I also was like, okay, what in the 325 is going on? Where am I going to get that? I don't have the rent. So me and the rent had to square each other in the face and say, look, I'm tired of arguing with you every month, asking, you know, trying to find out who's going to pay this thing. So right now, I'm going to have to make an investment. I'm going to have to make good risk to reward, where I could be in a different position in another 30 days. Because it was getting really, really boring. It was getting really, really quite distressing, having to have the same money woes every month, not knowing, you know, where you was going to basically get the groceries or get electric. Or, I mean, I don't think people should have to go through that in life. So what you can see is 325 gets you in. Someone say 325 gets me in. It gets you access to a TV channel with over 200 master educators that are giving you the juice, giving you the plan, showing you the way, like giving you literally what they're doing to make 8 figures, 9 figures, and then some, right? Also, it gives you access to all the lessons so that you can learn the language. You know, just like GURNAAM said, this is like a whole new language. So you get to be able to have access, as well as trading plans, as well as apps that are literally giving you the play-by-play as you are on your busy day. It's texting you, hey, you know, Rosie, you know, hey, you know, Joy, go ahead and just put in this this gold trade right here. Yeah, gold's about to buy. Just press the button. You know, just go ahead and press that button. Or it might be like, hey, you know, whispering, you know, to somebody else. Hey, you know, trillionaire, I've got a USD JPY. I've got some money here for you. Just go ahead and press the red button. Yeah, go ahead and press that red button. Because the truth of the matter is, when you come in, you just don't know what you don't know, right? So a little bit of help goes a long way. If you can copy and paste, you can definitely profit. And what I love the most about this space is that the average person doesn't have to go and pay Sally Mae and get in a whole load of debt. Who's tired of Sally Mae like taking money from their check every single month without fail? Like, you thought you was done with that girl, but every single month she comes back for more and more, and you ain't even working in the field that you studied in, but she still comes back for hers. So what I like is that the average person doesn't have to get into debt. They can definitely pay in installments. So as you can see, for $275 a month, you're able to have continual access every 30 days, no contract, no hidden fees. You're completely free to do what you want every 30 days. But to me, you know, I would have said, you know, leave it at that. That sounds like, you know, a round of applause, drops the mic, but not all education is created equally. You see, this academy is so amazing that it's going to allow you, yes, you, the ability, day one, to qualify for a scholarship. You actually get to qualify to have all your monthly fees waived. Like, where do they do that at? And all you have to do is go ahead and do what Rosie did, what GURNAAM did, what Dr. CHYNA did. Because if it wasn't for CHYNA, I wouldn't be here right now. I'll just be real. Rosie wouldn't be here. So maybe she'd still have 7 jobs, right? Juggling all them things, Rosie. How would that sound? So if you literally sat through this and thought about your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your aunt, your mom, your dad, your gran, your friend, right? Your colleague, your co-worker, your neighbors, then this definitely is going to be an amazing, amazing experience, because you'll definitely get your scholarship just with any two of those. And trust me, that is only the beginning. There is so much more when you are living a royal elite life, but I'm going to definitely leave it there today, because I want you guys to be able to really, really digest what you saw. I want you guys to really, really be able now to go back to the person who invited you and say, you know what, I'm ready, like send me the link. I am ready. Send me the link. Like if you're like Rosie and you're like GURNAAM and you want to put your whole entire country on, maybe you're literally from you're from India right now and you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's a place for me in this space. No one told me that I could do things as an Indian woman in my culture. This is so taboo. You know, for me to be the breadwinner, for me to be able to really be the head and not the tail, well, welcome to the rich life. So I want to be the first one to welcome you into Rich University and tell you that come and join us at the top, because it's way, way, way too crowded at the bottom. Blessings, love and light, people. Let that Punjabi MC play us out. GURNAAM, I don't know how to say the greeting, but go ahead and tell us in Punjabi how we say good night to everybody as we go ahead and get on the right side of Bitcoin. Hey. Hey, hey. I don't know if you guys could unmute. Hey, hey, let's go, Rich India! Woo! You guys come off mute. Okay, let me see. There you
Can you guys hear?
Okay.
Hey. Hey, Johan.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Hi.
This is sensational. Hey, guys. Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey, everybody.
Hi. Hey,
Hi.
hey. Congratulations, GURNAAM. Congratulations.
Congratulations, GURNAAM.
Yeah, congratulations, GURNAAM.
Congratulations.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful presentation, guys.
Wonderful.
Congratulations. Let's go.
Maureen, we can hear you now. Congratulations.
Congratulations, GURNAAM.
Woo-hoo.